Hey Fishos, well, we're getting a bit of decent weather, unlike they are on the coast. Hopefully we don't cop that, but at the moment the fishing's not too bad. I wouldn't say it was spectacular in some areas, but it's certainly okay. Before we go any further, I better mention we're near the lake. Obviously, well, it's not obvious, but Lake Albert's fishing exceptionally well. Walking the bank, flicking lures, drown the bait, doesn't really matter. They are catching stacks of fish out of it, so it's definitely worth being there. You don't have to travel, just get out there. You can put a boat on, but walking the bank's just as good as any. But I'm getting good reports from the Hume Weir. Still absolutely amazing amounts of redfin out of there. A lot of little ones, a lot of good ones as well. Hunt around. Now, the whole cod yellowbelly scene seems to be a little bit quiet at the moment, mainly because I reckon there's so many little redfin around, that's what they're feeding on. Another theory that I come up with. I seem to pop up with these theories all the time, but I can't give you any other reason for it because the conditions are absolutely perfect out there. But plenty of redfin out of Hume Weir, fantastic. Moala, not too bad, getting a few reports, working pretty hard for them, but they are getting a few reports from it, and they're getting some nice cod, a few reasonable sized fish, a lot of small fish, bait fishermen, lure fishermen are doing well. The river below Moala seems to be fishing quite well, so a bit of activity. Also up around Howlong Cora, plenty of fish on bait up there, and I can't see why you wouldn't pick them up on lures either. Murrumbidgee River, absolutely perfect at the moment, fantastic. Sitting about 2.9, 2.7. So actually it's up and down like a yo-yo lately. It's just a matter of being there, hoping for the best. But the water temperature's still up around that 20. Actually it dropped to 19.6 yesterday, but it's not too bad. Plenty of fish coming out of it, a lot of cod. Bait fishing, lure fishing has cleaned up enough. A little bit of rain we've had over the last couple of days didn't hurt it too much at all. There's always a chance of getting some heavy rain. If that does, makes it dirty, we're going to have a few issues with that as far as the quality or the colour of the water goes, but it's still okay. Blowering, plenty of big redfin out of Blowering, I can assure you. It's fantastic. They are trolling a few cod and yellowbelly out of there, not getting big numbers, but yeah, working pretty hard for them. But the reddies, yeah, dime a dozen, and lots of little ones, and plenty of big ones, I can assure you, hunt around enough. Now, I stuffed up a bit last week. I said the Talbingo green coloration, I didn't think it'd be algae. Well, believe it or not, it is. I don't know why, how, when, where, or whatever, but it's an algae alert on for Talbingo. It's still pretty ordinary up there by the looks of things. It's not affecting the fish, but it looks pretty ordinary and probably not worth hitting Talbingo at the moment. I hope it doesn't run through into it. It'll go into Blowering, but it'll break up a bit before it gets in there. Hopefully, got me fingers crossed. Don't want to see that happen in Blowering, I can tell you now, because it's fishing so darn well. You can be in Tintangara Jindabyne. Haven't had a lot of reports from there over the last week or two, which has been a little bit on the disappointing side. I have seen a few good fish coming out of it, out of the dams up there, but not great, I can tell you. We'll just cross our fingers on that as well. Burrinjuck, bit on the ordinary side. Plenty of reddies again. Redfin seem to be everywhere, that's about it. A few cod, a few yellows, working hard for them. Got some good reports from Wangla. The yellows are going really well up there at the moment. Plenty of good yellow belly. They're not getting a heap of cod. It's really starting to move, but it's not going crazy. Trolling seems to be the most consistent. You'll get yellow belly around the timber, just slow rolling grubs, that sort of thing. So that's certainly worth the effort at the moment as well. Burrendong, very good redfin, a lot of them, a lot of small ones, plenty of big ones, a few yellows. Windermere, yellowbelly are fishing really well there at the moment, so it looks pretty promising. Now anybody heading down the coast, I should put this one in, it's going to be pretty ordinary for the next week or two, I can tell you now. It doesn't look like it's going to be too promising. So fishing around here, that's the way to go. It's going to be fantastic. Compleat English fishing report for this week. We'll catch you next week.